Today we are going to organize the garage a little bit. I have my handy helper, Calvin, here. He's already moving the ladder, and my mom's gonna come over in a little while. I'm interrupting right here to say we started by getting rid of all the things we didn't need anymore and that we weren't using, like the stroller and these little kids' tables and all of these extra chairs that were handed down to us years ago. And she gave me a shelf just like this one that is here in pieces behind me. I'm going to build that in this area right here. But first I have to remove this fast track system. I really like those. We currently don't have any other place in here to hang it right now. And my husband is planning on building some shelves here for all of his tools and things that he uses when he's at work and on projects on the weekends and everything like that. It looks very unorganized, and that is because we've been working on a lot of stuff around here. We built a fence out front, so all of Grant's tools are out, and we have a bunch of wood, miscellaneous stuff back here that needs to be dealt with, and that's all on him, to be honest. But once I build this shelf, my goal is to take all of the kids' toys and things that are down here on the ground and put them neatly up on the shelf where they can get to them, and just get it a little bit more organized in here so we can actually use this space. But I'm starting by removing this fast track system, which I really love, so I'm hoping there's another place we can use this in the garage eventually. But this is easy to remove, so I'm getting this job out of the way. Calvin is out here helping me. Oh God. And he wants to organize his bin of toys first. And this bin is going to be living on that new shelf. So let's do it. You wanna work with me? All right. So this bag, I think we should put all the balls in this bag. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea. So let's gather up all the balls. I like to include both of my boys whenever possible in the decluttering process and the organizing process, because I want to teach them how to stay organized, and that it really does help to know where everything is and have a place for everything. So hopefully when they grow up and move out of my house, they will be able to organize their own lives and be able to know what to get rid of and what to keep and what is needed and what is not needed. One of my goals is to have all of the kids' toys, like I mentioned, and all of this house paint, and that's a bin of our painting supplies, and have all of that on the shelf as well. There are so many projects being done. This is for a gate that we're gonna build. This needs to replace a light fixture that doesn't work. This is from a bunch of holes that were cut in our wall. The projects just keep coming, and honestly, I can't keep up with the amount of mess that's being made. Honestly, that's just life right now, and I'm happy that we're getting so much done because, as you all probably know, living in a fixer-upper, there's just so much that always has to be done. We're starting back the next day, and it just so happened to be a really cold day right after a really warm day. So we put on our sweatshirts and started to get to work building this shelf. Our garage is probably our most used area and most crowded area in our whole house, and probably our least minimalist area of our home. And that is because my husband, being a builder, just needs all of these tools, and with us doing these projects, we need this space. So it really does come down to getting organized. And it's okay when you are organized to have a lot of stuff, because you'll know where everything is, and it will be easier to find things and get projects done because you won't be wasting time trying to search for different items. We were able to get this shelf put together in no time with the three of us working together.
Oh God. Hold on.
Where is it?
There. Step on it, Calvin.
Step on it, Shannon.
No.
Step on it. One tip I have when building a shelf is use the bins that you're going to put on the shelf to figure out the height you want to make the shelves, because it's a lot easier to do it the first time than the second time around.
Yay, we did it. Done.
I'm adding the kids' toys and ball bag to the bottom shelf so they can get to it very easily. I just used these zip ties to attach this to the wall, so at least if someone climbs on here or there's an earthquake, it will slow this thing down. Since I was rearranging everything, I thought it would be a good time to take advantage of the fact that everything is going to be out and think of how I have everything set up. We just got this green and red tote given to us from the little library. Lady was getting rid of some Duplo. She gave us the tote. And I have this full of Christmas stuff. So I'm gonna put that stuff in there, and then I will know when I see red and green Christmas stuff. I only have 2 bins of Christmas decor, and I like to keep it that way because I'm not a fan of putting a lot of decorations out really anytime, because I feel like my house is already decorated. But it was nice to have a little bit of extra space in this bin so everything wasn't so cramped in there. A lot of these containers are completely empty, like this one, and this just has Grant's old wetsuits in it, so we need to go through more of this stuff. And now was the moment I was able to get all of that paint out of that corner of the garage so we could start using that area for projects and just not have a bunch of clutter down there. And this bin that I'm going to pull out here, I had Grant go through, and we were actually able to get rid of what was in that bin and not use the bin anymore. One of the biggest accomplishments is there's now nothing under here. I was also able to clear off this tabletop, so now we can use it again. And here is the built rack that my mom donated to us. She didn't need it anymore. And I was able to put all the kids' stuff at the bottom so they can get into that easily. This is almost an empty shelf. I just have 2 chairs, and then this is a light we need to put in. This shelf now has all of my seasonal decor, and this is an almost empty bin that I've just stuck some of my planting stuff in. Here is a project I'm going to do probably next week. Up here I have all the stuff we use more often, light bulbs. This is completely empty for now. I might someday have something for that. And then I put Christmas at the top because we use that obviously the least often. Up here we have the stuff that we use less often. This is flotation devices, summer things, our luggage, and then boogie board. This we might not need. This is a tension rod. Then we have an almost empty shelf. Down here, the boys' clothes that they need to grow into, handed down stuff to us. And then we start with the painting, the wetsuits, and all of Grant's tools all the way up here, which he still needs to go through at some point, but that's something he has to do. I'm so happy with the way this turned out, and now we have a lot of room to still organize stuff, and now we can start working on projects using our garage. Most of the stuff that we have is because we are redoing our 1950s home. We're fixing it up, and my husband is a carpenter. He actually has his own channel, Wood Guru, and I will link that down below. We also have a vlogging channel where we show a lot of our home improvements, before and after projects, so I'll link that as well. If you're new here, you can hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!